Welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. And yes, I've already started off, building this. You just saw my desktop there for a second. Yeah, I'm building this small little, contraption, pretty much. It's going to be a moon lander, not a moon lander, a Minmus lander, by the name of Luna 1. It'll be the first of the Luna 1 missions, which I guess I'm just going to call them that. Yeah. So the point of this mission is to fulfill a contract for, forget the industry, but yeah, it's a Minmus mission. It'll be our first of several unmanned missions that we will send to Minmus. Yeah. We will also, the whole point of this mission is to transmit science from the surface of Minmus to Kerbin. And yeah, I thought this would be like a cool little thing. I called the rocket, the main rocket, the Aether, I think it was the Aether 1-4. Yeah, so that'll be like a heavy lift launch. Well, not a heavy lift, but a light lift launch vehicle or a medium lift launch vehicle that we will use for the foreseeable future. It has quite a bit of power off the takeoff. It's pretty, like, it just launches you right up in there. Yeah. So we jettisoned our solid rocket boosters, and we are heading into, the upper atmosphere. Okay, so today, I don't know what it was in me when I was filming this, but for some reason, I felt like I should try and do more realistic style like launches. And so that ended up me needed to angling down. Like I wanted to circularize it like right off the bat, but like that's not the most efficient way to do things in Kerbal Space Program. So yeah, I tried doing like real life burns and stuff like that, and it didn't work out very well. Should have just done it like normal. Yeah. All right, now right here I'm basically getting the trajectory in for the encounter with Minmus, and yeah, I'm preparing for the burn. Sounds like that's probably meant for something else. All right, so there's our what is it? Trans-Minmus injection burn, and now I'm plotting the course to basically come in real close to the surface of Minmus. So while this is not only a circularization burn, and there's my desktop again. Not only was that a circularization burn, but it was also like it lowered our periapsis pretty low and allowed us to deorbit just like how we did just then. Now this was not the best landing, as you will see in the coming moments. Like I got it like pretty much like pretty quickly, but also you can watch my the lower piece just bounce. So I got the landing pretty quickly, but there was like a slight problem. It almost tipped over, so I just launched it back up, and then I had to re-land it. And then I realized I was in orbital mode, and that was the reason why everything was going so haywire-y. And then, yeah, there we go. Final touchdown. And, there's a whole bunch of stuff to clear, and there we go. Doing all the scientific data, just recording it all, and had to charge back up the solar panels because science takes like data. Also, I don't know why I'm bouncing like that, but there we go. I transferred all the data, and now we're back at the what is it? The Kerbal Space Center, building our rocket in the VAB, and this rocket will be the mission Aphrodite 1. Now, the whole point of this mission is to go to Eve, get data from Eve, and then come back home and land the data on the ground. Now, with the technology that I have right now, I was unsure I would be able to do this, like with a larger craft. That's why it's so tiny. And frankly, at first, I was unsure that I would be able to do it in general. So yeah, there we go. I built this more heavier launch vehicle to launch us all the way to Eve, and I think it worked really well. I mean, I had to restart the mission multiple times because it kept flipping. Because this rocket, all right, when its first stage is super unstable. It is not stable at all, and there were so many problems with it. But as soon as you got to the second stage, you were good. You were golden. But you'll see up here how like the top and the bottom kind of wobble around a lot. It was just not the best, not the best rocket at all to be using. It was frankly painful, quite painful. All right, yep. There's me trying to do the realistic orbit. I mean, I did make it to orbit, so I guess it worked, but it was not. It was not the best. It was not the best at all. All right. So now we're redirecting ourselves towards, the node, I guess. I think it's called that. I don't know. I can't remember half the words for this game. Yep. And stage separation, and there we go. Now, all we have to do is wait till our even counter, which I forgot to do. I probably should have done that. But I found out that there was Luin of Kelchar in between this, and it's literally one of the worst names. I don't even know why I tried that naming scheme. It was ridiculous. Anyway, I transferred to it, and due to the fact that it's disconnected from the Kerbin network, it can only follow the last order that was put into it. So yeah, there we go. It now has a encounter with Moho, but as an idiot, I accidentally clicked the button that allows it to push itself just a little bit more, and yep, now I can't get it back. Although, on the bright side, it was able to basically get images of Moho. Now, the Kerbals can't get this until, this thing comes back online, which we don't know if it'll ever be able to do. But there was some hope. The craft itself has a abort sequence where it tries to make it back in the case of lost connection. Yeah, so it tried to make it back. It may get cell service, quote unquote, once again. Yep. And now we have the Eve transfer window ready, and yeah. There we are, trying to make our plans for transfer to Eve. And there we go. These ones were a little bit more successful. And there we go. Yeah, so basically the plan is, once it gets to Eve, for it to be there for over a year and then return to us, which will be the first time an object has returned to us from another planet's sphere of influence, which will be incredible for our, what's it called? Incredible for our space program. Yeah, so anyway, it just ended its burn to Eve, and we programmed in the circularization burn just in case the things weren't able to connect. We could still get it to circularize around that planet. Whew. Lots of talking. All right. So it's oh, you might have heard my Discord disconnecting sound there. Yep. Now we are on Carnwinin. And yeah, this one was an interesting one. It's going to Joule, but it's disconnected from Kerbin's network, so it's probably not gonna make it. It'll fly into the Julian system. It'll kind of just flip through there. Not much I can do to like help it. Oh wait, no. Wait, no. Now we're on Gay Bulge. Yes, its name is Gay Bulge, but now we're on Gay Bulge, and it's circularizing around Duna. Yep. This one will eventually be able to be reconnected with due to the fact that it's circularized around Duna, and it's get broadcasting our first images of Duna to no one. Sorry, I had to revert a thing there because it ran out of power on the launch pad. All right, so yeah, this is Jupiter 1. This will be our first mission to Joule. Yeah, man, we had to go through a whole lot of those pretty quickly there. Yeah, it's basically an exact copy of Aphrodite 1, but the reaction wheels failed, leaving us to create some strange movements with the rocket when it got up into space. Yeah, it's not going to be a very fun thing to fly around. Yep, and this one's showing the how unstable the whole thing is. It was bad. See all the shaking it's doing? It was terrible. It was a terrible flight with this thing. Anyway, now it's going to be up in space for, I think it's like 27 days or something like that, till we can get a good so we can get the transfer window to Joule. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. This one should be able to communicate with Joule, I believe. Yeah, making it our basically our version of the Cassini probe or something like that. I don't really know the actual names, but should be pretty good. All right, there we go. Now we have a Joule encounter that we have mapped out. And yeah. Now we're planning to burn towards Joule in 3 hours. Yep. 3 hours for the Kerbals on the ground. Not 3 hours for us, because I'm fast forwarding it in game and I'm fast forwarding it here for you guys. Like, I think now it's technically 20 times speed if you multiply them together. Yeah, definitely not 5 hours. Yeah, so we started the burn. It's a pretty long burn, so we had to jettison that small stage there, and yeah, now we're just going hard. We're going hard all the way to Jupiter. Not Jupiter. The names of the thing is Jupiter. I mean Joule. Yeah, Joule. And yeah, this this burn took forever. Like, I was literally sitting here, and I think I was on my phone for half of the burn. Like, it just took so long. Yeah, it was not the best. Plus, we did an hour behind on accident, I think, which is, not the best thing. But we still made the encounter. Still have the possibility of circularizing, and then we had to switch back to Aphrodite for one last time. And this is because Aphrodite is going to be circularizing around Eve. Yep. There it is. It's performing its circularization burn. Also an incredibly long burn. I literally just sat here for ages not doing anything. But I chose this time to actually do the science. And it was still taking absolutely ages. So I just kind of sat there and kind of looked at the stuffs. Oop, there's my desktop again. Yeah. So then I also decided to map in the time where Eve would have a good transfer window to Kerbin, which will be in 1 year and 178 days. Yep. It's going to take a bit. But yeah, that's it. It's circularized and everything's good. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.